That's what the local people believe. If you ask him, it's Noah's son or someone related to those older prophets. And so they're not like it just appeared 100 years ago. They will tell you that their grandfather was passing this message to them. And they're a very holy place. And me and you might not, well, I might get in, but a lot of my American friends that we tried to get to some of those shrines, they were not allowed to. And some of those shrines left behind, like the one at the top of the mountain nearby my house, there's 3 of them. And so they used to be called them holy men, basically. Now, there was bigger giant than them that they wanted to destroy the humanity. Ajdrahar is basically like dragon, American version of dragon. There are huge things that used to come and destroy the community, and these giants would come and get those. It's not a translation right to say dragon, but similar to dragon. So there's a lot of different story, and I think if people really want to discover about these things, Afghanistan, Pakistan is full of this, especially the old Persian world.
And at the time it was nighttime, and the lights were out for the entire base. And the entire base is usually under nods, everyone, all the soldiers. And so the Afghan soldiers up in the tower, they said that they saw a man walking in the distance from the desert. And as it got closer, they realized how tall this man truly was. And he was bigger than the towers from a distance. And all the soldiers unleashed fire on this man. Everyone in the base was told to go into these bunkers and hide.
The history of our Earth is so different from what we can imagine.
The Smithsonian, that if they found out about a large skeleton somewhere, was to go get it.
I'm going to assume at least one person is right, because if one person's right, it busts the paradigm.
It all goes back to the fallen cherub. And the problem with the modern day church, they have a very truncated view of the supernatural.
This backdrop that's just pregnant with all kinds of meaning associated with this Mount Hermon event.
Welcome to Blurry Creatures.
And this guy defects from the kingdom. That's a big deal.
Grave Digger. Remember that monster truck?
Yeah, the Grave Digger.
That was my favorite one.
Bigfoot and the Grave Digger.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. Huh?
Those were the ones.
Monster trucks were just conditioning us.
They were.
There's a hot take.
Exactly. Right? There was so much truth hidden right there. It was WWF, monster trucks,
Smurfs,
Ninja Turtles.
80s, baby.
Well, we have a members-only episode today. We're going to talk to 2 gentlemen who have kind of come in the pair. They're friends, and they're talking about some of these giant encounters and sort of the lore of all the giant stuff that happens over in Afghanistan. So yeah, we're going to talk to both of them, tell some stories.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, we spent a whole month, Nate, most of the month of December leaking into January, talking to members of our armed services about their blurry encounters, and a lot of it was around Afghanistan and giants. And today we've got a soldier from the Army, and then his Afghan partner, who is military adjacent, who works as intelligence and also translating for the military, who's a native Afghani. And the stuff that happens there is very blurry. Afghanistan is a blurry place. We know this from Giants and Therms to talking to Zach Bell about his UFO experiences, and then even our friends over at Tales from the Grid Square.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that comes from that area. We don't know exactly what's going on, but we have the giant of Kandahar and that whole story, and with the Ranger unit, and Zach talked about that. And this is a really interesting story coming up here about giant graves and where they're buried and venerated, and also just all of the supernatural, blurry, weird stuff that happens in the country of Afghanistan.
Yeah. Kind of gives you context. I think that's what's cool about our podcast is you can listen to one episode and you get a little piece, and then a couple episodes you get a few more pieces. I think like Luke's saying, if you listen to this one, it helps kind of put all these things together, that these stories are credible and trustworthy. And I love it. Afghanistan, it's definitely some giant activity out there. But if you want to listen to this podcast, you can go to blurrycreatures.com/members. Become a member of the show. Everyone piles on. Supports the show, helps us do this. You know, we spend endless hours editing, curating, posting, updating, responding to messages the best we can. So everyone chipping in a little bit helps us do it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, for the cost of a shoot, right, with inflation right now, the cost of a coffee at one of your favorite non-corporate coffee shops.
Yeah,
you can support the podcast for a month. You know, I don't want you to miss your caffeine intake and how important that is, but it's just apples to apples there. So there's a lot of perks that come along with what we offer: private channels, exclusive community, and we've said this a bunch, Nate. And we had a members chat this week. There are members chats and members get-togethers. There's a Blurbecue.
Yeah.
Kick off the summer. Of course, we have a trips to Blurry expedition trip to Peru. All of our members get first crack at that stuff, and then of course any of the conferences. BlurryCon was in February this year. It was only offered to members, so a lot of reasons to join. But really, I think the coolest thing about this space is the community. There's a lot of very like-minded people that like to have, highbrow discussions about a lot of the weird stuff. Weird stuff in the Bible, weird stuff people are experiencing, and this is home for a lot of folks. So we're grateful for everyone who supports. Thank you. If you haven't had a chance or you're on the fence, give it a shot. Come on over. Water's warm.
That's right. Tickets, chats, events, shows. Man, we try to make the membership more than worth a few bucks a month. Let's get these gentlemen on the show, though. This is your favorite.
Yeah, we are heading into the Afghan version of the Bone Zone.
Luke was just waiting. He just waits. He loves those episodes. He just can't wait to say it.
Dude, it's like having Derek Olson on. We just go there automatically. Or Travis Roy. Travis, what's up?
That's right.
Between rolling that time cop and entering the Bone Zone, this is just where I want to be. That's my sweet spot.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for supporting the show.
Thanks for being a member.